Andrew Tate finally gets what he deserves. Andrew Tate recently fought Chase Damore. Now, Chase Damore, not one of the greatest fighters in the world. However, Andrew Tate took a fat L. Like a disgusting L. It didn't look good. You know what I'm saying? However, Andrew Tate is like 40 years old. However, when you build a whole career on being the top G, being lethal, telling stories about you and your brother in a club, and it's just you and your brother against 20 dudes, and you're sleeping all of them. When you tell stories like that, and then you get your ass beat by Chase Damore, he doesn't look good.
On December 20th, 2025, at the Dubai Duty Free Tennis Stadium, there was a fight between Chase Damore and Andrew Tate. It was called Misfits Mania. And this is a day after the Jake Paul, Anthony Joshua fight. And for the people who saw the fight, well, it really didn't go Andrew Tate's way. And of course, after the fight, Andrew Tate had this to say.
Yeah, obviously I didn't get the result I wanted, but truthfully the result I wanted was to see if I could still do it. 40 years old, 10 years retired, a little bit of time in a Romanian dungeon. It was always going to be a big ask against someone so much bigger than me, younger than me, more active than me, but I wanted a real challenge. I didn't want to fight a tin can, I didn't want to fight someone older than me or smaller than me. You know, I felt like I won the first 2 rounds, and then because he's 50 kilo heavier, he started leaning on me and sapped some energy. But I didn't quit, never give up, never retreat, never surrender, fight to the end, go out on your shield. So I have no excuses, training camp went fantastic. Time is the fire in which we all burn.
And of course, I mean, it's just a fight. But I thought about this. And I started investigating the comments that I started to see. And so many people were like really, really hurt. Andrew Tate lost. They could not believe the guy that they believed in could be weak like that.
Bro, niggas don't live in real reality, bro. I'm convinced niggas online don't see life for what it is. We had Jake Paul fight a nigga 40 pounds, I think maybe 30 pounds bigger than him. You know, a fucking seasoned veteran in fighting. You know what I'm saying? Fucking world championships type shit. And niggas thought he was gonna win? You thought he was going to survive that? We don't live in real reality. You know what I'm saying? He's already bigger than him, longer than him. Pause. Bigger than him, stronger than him, and more a seasoned than him. That's a recipe for fucking disaster. In this case, you know, Andrew Tate is more seasoned. However, he's fucking 40. He's fucking 40. I think Chase is probably like, what, 27? You know what I'm saying? Mind you, Chase is fucking 40 pounds bigger than him. You know, fucking probably like 3 inches bigger than him, taller, more muscle mass than him. I think he's fucking cooked.
And again, you know, Andrew Tate hasn't fought in like 10 years. And whenever they see him sparring and fighting people, he's usually beating them up. But again, those are amateurs. They're not professionals. And the guy that he fought was 10 years younger. But that's just the first crack in the armor, because there were so many guys who thought this about Andrew Tate's system.
For one, it's $50 a month, and you're literally getting 4+ organized ways with a step-by-step plan of how to make money from your phone.
See, Andrew Tate isn't just a fraud in the ring right now. He's a fraud in everything that he does. And I kind of want to talk about this because this is something that people are doing all the time on social media, which is pretending to be or to have certain skills that you do not have in order to push their own agenda. This is why you see so many people selling these courses and, you know, signing up for $3,000 boot camps, because they have this whole idea that they're rich and they're wealthy, but in the reality, they have monetized publicity and clout, and they have found a way to cash in on it. And this is what was found out about Andrew Tate's courses.
Now, why didn't y'all tell me that Scamdrew Tate wasn't a whole criminal? The fact that this man has a whole multi-level marketing scheme going on, he was in trouble for trafficking, and that is y'all's king?
Now, another person actually paid like $50 a month to access Andrew Tate's course. And one of the things that they were doing is, you know, promoting the course, keep promoting the course to everybody else. It was real ways to share Andrew Tate's content and get more followers to him. And this is what the guy found out.
You know, I was actually hoping someone would point this out. I actually did get to view a lot of content that comes from that monthly subscription in Hustlers University. And the thing about it is, it's nothing. There's like nothing there. You literally would have found the same thing for free if you just typed into Google how to be successful in 2023. That's how basic it is. For instance, early to bed, early to rise. Don't waste your time doing dumb things. It's just a bunch of basic flack in exchange for being a part of a community where everyone tells you that you're right. In fact, it was so basic that by update 2.0, he had to give people 50% off coupons just to tell other people about it. It wasn't new, it wasn't revolutionary, but do you want to know how he got so much media attention from it? Shock value. Useless, substanceless, shock value.
You see, Andrew Tate goes on to Twitter, gets all of this publicity, says all of these things. He's half black, so hateful things about the black community. He'll say anything to go viral. And this is the same mechanism you see guys, Nick Fuentes using, Candace Owens using. You'll see Myron Gaines using it. And usually they're trying to build a bigger following. And so once they build that following, especially Andrew Tate, because he's the best at it, is to show a certain level of opulence, that they are a business person and they have all of these things. And of course, they can also teach you how to get your money on. Well, not everybody can be as prolific of a speaker as Andrew Tate or as an influencer, or to have this kind of online clout that you can monetize and turn into hundreds of millions of dollars in courses and scam things like that. But ultimately what happens is eventually you get around somebody who is the real deal, and then you get beat. And when you get beat and you get exposed, you get beat badly. It's just like what happened in the college playoffs. You get somebody like Tulane, who's really good, or James Madison, who's really good. Don't get me wrong, they are decent till you put them against somebody who's really, really good, like Ole Miss, or James Madison against Oregon, Tulane against Ole Miss. Then you see the difference in the play calling, the difference in—
Bro, these stock football images is killing me, bro. You know who he should have brought up? He should have bought Ashton Hall, because Ashton Hall was like the same way. Just got super big, super poppin'. He had a course. He didn't bring enough value inside of his course, so they start calling him a scammer. You know what I'm saying? You need to be able to bring that value, or at least follow through on the things that you're telling people that you're doing. But in the sense of Ashton Hall, he was good. Nigga was on top of the world, and then he got beat by, Speed. And as soon as he got beat by Speed, fucking downhill quickly. It's almost like you can't lose. You know what I mean? Like even Speed was running around racing everybody. He beat everyone except fucking one of the fastest niggas on earth. And it's like, we didn't expect Speed to beat one of the fastest niggas on earth. You know what I'm saying? He was a close second out of two. Close second out of two. But, he came in second place. But that's okay. And then even after he loses, you take it gracefully. You always got to take it gracefully. Andrew Tate, I feel like he already had like his time in the light. You know what I mean? He already kind of burnt out. But in the meantime of that, he made a lot of fucking money. So I think this was kind of like his last hurrah.
The defensive line, offensive line, the defense and the skill positions. And then now the person you thought was good is actually exposed. So Andrew Tate wasn't just exposed because he's a fighter and he lost a fight to a younger guy. No, the idea is that Andrew Tate has been selling a fake facade the entire time, and everybody has been biting it. I can tell you, man, I'm here on the continent of Africa right now. Every day on WhatsApp, I get some African dude that's putting up an Andrew Tate type of style post. They honestly look at what Andrew Tate is doing online, looking at, trying to analyze his wealth and how they did it and how they're going to have everything, how they're going to do this and that. And they want to be like the guy. And to be honest, only a few people can make a fake facade and do your Jay Morrison scams. They can do some of your other stuff that you see that doesn't make sense. Your Boyce Watkins type stuff. Things that don't add any real value. And when you try to use it in the real world, you get beat up, just like Andrew Tate did. And The reality is that a lot of these guys are fake. A lot of these guys are phony. A lot of these guys don't have things that are real, and you can't just make controversy and think it's sustainable. You make a career or make a life or make partnerships or get business through repeatable, boring, hard work, not through Facebook ads, not through TikTok ads, not through courses. I don't know how many YouTubers I've seen that went through that course route. I don't want to call out.
It's very true. It's very true. It's just consistency, bro. It doesn't matter anything in life. It's always going to be consistency. There's literally no way through it. No other way through it. You know what I'm saying? Like even me on this channel was a completely different thing. You know what I'm saying? I've had this channel for years. It was music before, you know, haven't made music in a minute, and, you know, I switched it over. But what is going to continue to have it to continue to grow? Consistency. You know what I'm saying? The first like 3 months, bleeding subscribers, non-stop. You know what I mean? And it just is what it is. It's the name of the game. And then eventually I got to a point where I started gaining subscribers. You know what I'm saying? Where the analytics started going back up after going like, you know, the algorithm didn't know what was going on, but it's all just consistency. And as long as you stay consistent, you're bound to win, or you multiply your chances to win. You know, you never lose if you never quit. As soon as you quit, that's where you lose. You know what I'm saying? It's like that meme with the guy that's mining and he turns around and the diamonds are right there. But you have to understand what you're mining. You have to understand what you're trying to get, and if it makes sense. You know what I'm saying? A nigga could try to be a Forex trader for 20 years, but you just fucking suck at Forex trading and you're never going to get it. You know, it might be time to pack it up, move on to the next thing. But yeah, man, it's all about consistency. That's the only thing that matters. And the more you're consistent, the better you get at it. And the better you get at it, you know, the more people are going to interact with it and, you know, resonate with it. And then from there, you just continue to keep grabbing more and more people as you go. And, you know, next thing you know, you have a foundation.
Any names, but I've seen very many. You want to know what? All those dudes, for the most part, are not successful with courses no more. All of them damn near somehow broke. You know, it's all bad. All right, it's been all bad. None of it has been legit. They don't sell them anymore. They're no more valuable than what they were. In fact, they're less valuable now. And so again, everybody thought that the doing things the easy way would be good. And then you get somebody who's actually good at something, somebody who does real business, and then you're exposed. Like Andrew Tate was exposed tonight. Like, it's easy to beat up on guys who don't fight. That's easy. It's easy to spar guys on TikTok who don't fight and hit them with a liver shot. Yeah, you look great. Then you get somebody who's bigger than you, and then, you know, you got all these excuses about why you whipped your ass. Yeah, because the guy actually can take whatever you're taking. And this is what happens in life. Like, you put so much faith into people online because they're literally going viral, trying to gain more clout, just so they can sell more courses. I would even say this. Andrew Tate probably understood that he might lose this. And even though he might lose the fight, it's free publicity, okay? He might get more people, you know, singing his praises, going viral, buying more stuff. It's the reality of how it is. And every guy trying to do that, you're going to be broke. You're not going to be successful. You're going to be down bad. You're going to be out there struggling it up. You're going to be out there down badding it up. And hey, I mean, guys don't have to believe me. I mean, I've seen it so many times. I mean, I've seen so many guys believing that Andrew Tate's the truth, and the guy is a scam artist. I'm going to tell you for what I say. He's a scammer. Everything that Andrew Tate has built has been off the backs of, okay, webcam girls coming online. No real business thing, no real industry work, no real consumer goods, nothing. It's just like, I got to use somebody else's money to get rich. Like, it's middlemaning, it's lying. And then you can only do that so much until you get in there with somebody who's real, and then they just bop your ass up. Guys, what do you think? It's your boy Tate Jackson back at it again.
Yeah, man. I don't know, man. I feel like, you know, Andrew Tate and his courses, yeah, I think that shit's bullshit. I feel like most courses are bullshit, you know, unless I ever drop a course. If I do, then it's not going to be bullshit. You feel me? But yeah, I feel like most courses are bullshit, and it's kind of like you can't expect anybody to save you because no one is ever going to save you. That's just not how life works. And if life worked like that, everybody would be rich. You know what I'm saying? I have people come in my comments every day and say, oh, reactions, they're so easy to do, da 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 da. Yeah, but until you have to post, 3 times as much from other content creators, you know what I'm saying? It's just, you have to choose your own battles. You know what I mean? Niggas say, oh, wow, you're reacting to another person's video. Duh. You know what I'm saying? I'm not lying to you, acting like I faked, like I'm faking to you what's going on. You see exactly what's going on. However, you do it. Niggas that say that shit could never do it themselves. And that's the problem. You know what I'm saying? It's not easy. Nothing is easy in life, nigga. And people believe that things can be easy when that's just not the case. You know how many times motherfuckers have to fail to win? People become overnight sensations, but it took them 10 years to become an overnight sensation. And it just is what it is. You know what I mean? And you're going to have to work for it. And that's the only way to get it. But anyway, y'all let me know what you guys think. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell. And if nobody told you today, I love you. Peace.